Hi there, and welcome to your 2022 Clipper 17 BHS. We're just going to start off in the back bumper here. Pull this cap out. You're going to find your sewer hose. Take note of these two ears here. That's going to be connecting onto your sewer hose connection over there. I'll show you that in a second. Keep that in the back bumper there. Keep the smell away. Right here, you're just going to have stabilizer jack. You have a stabilizer jack at each corner of the trailer. What you're going to do with these is you're going to run these down to the ground, give it another quarter turn, tight, stiffen it up. It's going to take any sway or movement you see that's in the unit right now. Right here, you have your power cord. Just take note of that little ear there. It connects with that little ear on this. Plug that in, give it that 8th turn. You got a threaded collar to really lock it down. You follow that back and you got your standard 30 amp end. Most campsites should have this so you can plug right on in, but if they don't, we do include a 15 amp adapter so that even if you're at home and you want to run your fridge, you can do so. Just keep in mind that you are going down to 15 amps, so you can't run something like your air conditioner. Here you just got your sewer outlet. Give this cap a little turn. Comes off. It's got the same ears your sewer hose did. Just lines up with those notches there. Locks it in. You got your black valve and your gray valve. You're always going to want to empty your black tank first, as that's your dirtiest water coming from your toilet. Your gray tank holds your shower and sink water, so you empty that second because it's the cleanest water. Just keeping the smell out of that sewer hose. Right here you do have your exhaust for your furnace. Just always keeping that clear whenever you have that running, because it does blow out hot air and it will melt anything that's in front of it. You come down the trailer a little bit more. You got your fresh water inlet. Fills your fresh water tank, which your water pump draws off of. And right underneath there, you have your city water connection. If you have a site with service, you just plug a garden hose up to there. Pressurizes all your lines. No need to run your pump. Storage in there. At the front of the unit, you got your battery box. Inside there, you have one battery. Here's your propane tank. You just gotta, it's just like a barbecue. You gotta turn that, open it up. Supplies propane to the unit. Tongue jack up front. One way's up, one way's down. In here, you just got more storage, as well as this little tool. Can run your stabilizer jacks down with. And here's that little 15 amp park adapter I was telling you about. 30 amp on one side, 15 amp to plug into the wall. You come down the side of the unit, you got your exterior speakers. Here's your exhaust fan. So whenever you get to your campsite, you're just gonna wanna open that up so that it allows the fumes to be evacuated out. And whenever you're traveling, just locking that down in place, making sure no dust is gonna get in there as you're traveling. Refrigerator service port, nothing you need to worry about there. You do have a leash link to tie up the dog. Exterior shower at the back, as well as your spare tire and your hot water heater. Give that a little turn. That pops down. Whenever you go to fire up your water heater for the first time, just always giving that a little pull there. If you don't get that shot of water, it means the tank's empty. You're never going to want to fire up your tank with no water in it, as it'll burn out the probes. When we go inside, I'm going to go over a reset procedure. If it doesn't start up, the button I'm going to refer to is just right here. Coming to the door, you get your assist handle. You just pull it up, fold it 90 degrees, pull the door handle, that opens up. You got your stairs, you just give that a turn. It should pop down. Just take note of these little pins here. You can adjust your feet to different height so that you can adjust the stairs to the campsite. Up on the left, you do have a fire extinguisher. It's simple. Pull the pin and shoot. Right here, you do have your monitor panel. So you got your battery, which is currently C for charging, and then you'd be good, fair, and low. You got your fresh tank, which is empty, a third, 2/3, and full. You got black, and you got your gray. On the left here, you have your water heater switch. Right next to that, your water pump switch. And then you get your ceiling lights, and then you get your awning light on the far right there. You get your slide out button on the left. Just push that, hold that out. Slide out's gonna start making its way out. You're gonna know the slide out's fully extended when you hear the whines and clicks of the motor. So there you go, you heard the motor's whine and then the click, you just let go because it's not gonna go any further. And then right next to that, you do have your awning button. So always making sure that this door isn't blocking your awning arm. Push up to extend it. It's gonna start making its way out. You're gonna know that awning's fully extended when you see the back of the metal tube and the little flap hang down. So there you go, you get that back of the metal tube. The flap just got a little stuck there. Yeah, the flap doesn't want to come down. That's okay. You do have pitch. You can change the pitch of your awning. Just turning this, loosening it off. You pull the arm down, it changes the pitch of the awning head. You could do that on both sides if you prefer more shade. And then just lock it down, you just tighten that up and it'll stay where you want it. Just always loosening them off before you go to bring the awning in. That way you don't run the risk of bending anything. So you come inside the unit, you hit that button or track, just making sure that the awning rolls in the proper way. You'll know that's fully in when you hear the awning stop, the motor stop working. You just let go of that button. Take a step inside here. First and foremost, you just have your thermostat for your heater. To turn that heater on, you just have to have the propane on. You slide this fully to the right, and that's as hot as it can go. Anywhere in between is just different temperatures. You got storage on top of the bed, as well as a little light. USB plug-in, as well as a 110 outlet. You also have your dinette. You can also turn this dinette into a bed. You just fold these table legs in. Table sits on this nice ledge here. You take your back cushions and you fill in the center. You got your sink, hot and cold water. Storage above, where you'll also find your binder for the unit. That's going to include any manuals, remotes, or keys that you're going to need. Microwave right beside that, just like home. You have your stove. Keep it in mind that this glass top is glass, so just being careful while you're folding it up and down. You don't want to smash it. Whenever you fire up this stove, the stove runs on propane. You're always going to want to turn your exterior fan on. To turn this stove on, you just hold it over to high. Give it a second, as sometimes it takes a minute to get the propane out of the lines. Hit that with the lighter, lights right up. You got your fridge right next to that. You got a fridge and a freezer. The way you adjust your temperature of your fridge. Oh, well, there is no temperature selection for this fridge. Bunk beds both have USB plugins, as well as little lights up top. Take a step into the bathroom, you get your toilet, flusher front and center, and then you just have your shower, which has also hot and cold water. This is your LP detector. Propane's heavier than air. Propane's going to sit on the ground. That'll detect it. If that starts going off, you're just going to want to immediately turn power off to the unit, or turn the propane off to the unit, open up all your windows, turn that range hood on, just try and evacuate those fumes. If you just pick up the end of the bed here, you can get access to your front storage compartment. That's just your front storage compartment here. Right underneath here, there's this one little screw. Pull that screw off. That gives you access to your water pump, where you'll access the bypass valve to put your antifreeze in. And to access your hot water heater, it's underneath this bunk bed here. You just got to lift this panel off, and underneath there, you're going to find your hot water heater where you're going to find your bypass valves. That's about it for this little unit here. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call.